Hello, it's Angelica Hernandez with twomomstwokids.com, and I just want to let you know that February is, not only is it Heart Awareness Month, but it's also Teen Violence Month. And what that means is that, there are teens who are already engaged in domestic violence with their boyfriends and their girlfriends. And, as parents, we need to be aware of that. We need to check the signs of our kids to see if there's something just doesn't feel right. And one of those things could be just what perpetrators do, and under any circumstances, whether teenagers or adults, is they try to isolate the victim. So in this case, if it was your son or your daughter, that they would only be exclusively with that one person that they're dating, and really the friends stop showing up, they stop going out with their friends, and just exclusively seeing the person. And that's just one sign. Also is just if you felt that your child was feeling more just timid, and you can see that something is not right, whether they're being controlled or they're being threatened. The more in tune you are with your kid, the more in tune you're with them, the better off they're going to be, because you can sense things. And remember, you're in charge, you're their parent, so you get to decide whether they're going out, who they're going out with, where they're going, and when they're going. So, and it wouldn't help to be aggressive and to be confrontational, but it definitely would help to have conversations. And considering that, kids younger and younger are dating or having boyfriends, or at least, longing for those relationships, it's always a good time to start having those conversations before they're in relationships. Just talking about what is a healthy relationship, what it looks like to be in a relationship with someone, and what that involves. And of course, if we can keep it to group dating, that's always the best case scenario, where you're going out with the groups, you're not just exclusively with this one person, because that can just put really intense pressure on the children, in this case I say children, but the teens, to do things that they probably wouldn't if they had someone to bounce ideas off of. So the sooner you talk to your kids about these things, the better off they're going to be, the better off you're going to be. And even if you personally, if you're a single parent and your child has not seen or the modeled behavior of what it looks like to be in a relationship, you can always talk about the ideal situation. Again, not everyone has a relationship that they can use as an example, and if that's the case, then pick a relationship that your kids and that looks like a productive relationship, looks like a kind and loving relationship, and use that example. I've used someone who I call Ma and Pa. When I was growing up and thinking about how sweet they were to each other. And, his name was Jack and Carlene. And Jack would come home from work every day, and no matter what Carlene was doing, she would stop what she was doing and come to the door and greet him. And he would just kind of bend over and give her a little kiss, and that was how they greeted each other. And it was an example like that that reminded me what I wanted, and what I wasn't going to settle for. And I have carried that tradition on in my relationships and now into my marriage, where I just think it's important to have an example of what love looks like, what relationships look like, so that we have a standard. And that standard doesn't begin with control and manipulation and trickery and, being in an aggressive or an abusive relationship. So this applies to kids and teens. So take advantage of the fact that your kid's not in a relationship now, and talk about it. So if you have any questions, twomomstwokids.com, and I'll answer them. Bye.